What is up, Alien Army? So we're not going to do a whole big long intro today. We're just going to get right into it. I don't know what the title of this video is going to be called, but it's going to be a pick a card reading, and we are going to be selecting from these three lovely stones right here. We have stone number 1, stone number 2, and stone number 3. So choose which stone is calling to you, or maybe there'll be messages in all of these groups for you. Timestamps will be listed below, and I will see you in your reading. What is up, group number 1? Those of you that chose this lovely stone right here, this is a sodalite, and this is about intuition and psychic prowess and all things of the third eye and throat chakra. So let's see what's going on with you. Now, first I am going to be choosing from these guys, my little puzzle piece deck over here. It's not a tarot deck, but I felt guided to utilize this one today. So we are going to find out what the key theme of your reading is. So, wow. So this says, is the silent treatment a method you use when angry? Okay, so right away here, what I'm seeing, just because you were drawn to the sodalite, and I did mention throat chakra, now we have this tying in together. So you might literally be in a situation right now where you are not speaking up, or you just had some harsh words exchanged with someone else. Okay, so I'm not really sure where this is going, but that is the energy that I'm just picking up from you immediately right now. So let's find out what else is going on. But either which way, you are being called to really speak up in this moment in time. So let's get a few tarot cards, but I already see where this is going. There might be like an argument that happened, or it just might be you voicing your opinion, needing to stand up for yourself. So we have two that flew out of the deck here. And we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this might actually be like a work situation, okay? A work situation where okay, so it could go two ways. I feel like this might have something to do with a job interview, or you applying for a job, or you know, the potential newness of something, joining a new company or something like that. But it's more about you speaking up and actually verbalizing, or maybe sending out an email or a resume asking for what you want. I am sensing that this is something that has the potential to bestow great happiness upon you, but you're just not speaking up for yourself, or you're not getting the word out there. Like, let's say you are sending out resumes and it feels like no one is responding. It might be time to brush up on your resume. I don't know why I'm getting like a strong thing like that. Or it might be even in your current position asking for a raise or something, or just speaking your opinion about something in a work-related manner. So now we have Justice, and this did come out in reverse. I'll just show it to you what it looks like upright though. But it did fall out like this. Okay, so with Justice reverse, this is really a sense of your voice not being heard with this throat chakra thing. You need to speak up. You need to stand up for yourself. I'm not really feeling like it's pulled towards anything of a personal nature, unless it has to do with maybe if you are working with someone who is personal to you, like a friend or a partner or a family member, something like that. That is the only context that I'm seeing that it might be personal, but you need to really speak your mind. This has to do with business and career. Like, that's really what I'm sensing. I don't know why career came up really strong for this one. But yeah, Justice, it's like your voice is not being heard, or there is some sort of unethical treatment that is going on in your workplace that you need to stand up for, and you need to speak your mind. Okay, you need to just air that shit out. You need to just let it all out. So here we go. Now we pulled another card here saying Queen, and you need to really you know, no matter what your gender identity is, Queen energy is, this is some, or you might be in the UK and there might be a situation going on with your workplace there, or you might be in Australia or Canada. Okay, I don't know. totally random, but that might be tying it in together too. Just because queen, you know, whatever countries are governed by the queen, okay? But I'm picking up on this energy that you need to step into your own power, and show motherfuckers who's boss, if you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like you in this situation, there is something that happened that wasn't justified, and either you spoke up about it and, you know, nothing was done and you need to speak up again, or you need to you know, write to HR or whatever it's called, okay? Or you need to really just say something to someone in your workplace. This is about you speaking up, something to do, you know, this has to do with your career. Or let's say if you're not working, you know, your school might be your career right now, right? If you are an entrepreneur right now, there might be other people that you're dealing with, like maybe business associates, or there might be like other companies that you're working with, but there's something that was unjustified that you need to bring out into the open. You need to just speak on it. I'm seriously not getting any other vibes other than this work situation. So it's either you need to like revamp your resume, or you just need to send your resume to more desired job positions, and you need to, you know, if you're already in a position where you want to advance and you want a promotion, you need to verbalize it. I feel like that you're sort of in a place where it's like you felt like you were undervalued for a while in here, if the, you know, the job situation, or that your skills are just not being seen by the right people, okay? And now we pulled this one, okay? Retreat into nature with green man. So retreat into nature, you might be very like earth inclined, okay? I feel like also with this, you know, you just arrange stuff on the board over here. So I feel like you might be very into nature, retreating outdoors, going for walks in the woods, going on hikes. You might be an avid gardener. You might, like, I'm just seeing you as that's like a way of stress release. So maybe you've been avoiding speaking up and you've just kind of been retreating into your own little world, whatever that is. But I'm seeing it's definitely something like outdoors that gets you going. Maybe you're someone that you just like to go on a bike ride, or you just like to go on a run, or whatever the case. But I'm seeing that it's time for you to really speak up in this situation, because this is gonna like produce positive results for your livelihood. So, and then, you know, I just want to cap this off here with something else to ponder, which this says, do you think of your age as a positive or a negative? So this might be a factor that's coming in with this whole work situation, you speaking up, okay? Now, obviously, this reading is going to be seen by a lot of individuals. So whatever age that you are at, that's the question that perhaps you want to ask yourself, because I feel like it might be something to do with that, and you speaking up or not speaking up, or you speaking up and not being heard, or you sending out a resume and then you know, not getting the responses back that you deserve. I feel like it might have something to do with that. Okay, maybe not physical, you know, earthly age, but it might be someplace where it's like, you know, where you're at in your journey, you feel like you were slighted in some sort of way, and you need to speak up about it, okay? Whether it's in writing or whether it's actually like verbally or whatever, you need to just speak up, okay? So that's what I got for you today. I feel like, you know, the age thing, or you know, maybe not in earth years, but somewhere in your journey, like where you're at in your journey, might be a key factor in why this whole situation is going on. But this reading is telling you need to speak your mind, and the way that you are going to get relaxed and whatever, if you want to take your mind off of it, de-stress, is to retreat into nature, whatever that means for you. That's what I got for you guys, group number 1. I am Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit chat again soon. What is up, group number 2? Those of you that chose this lovely stone right here, the rhodochrosite egg. So let's get into your reading. Let's find out what's going on with you. So this is not a tarot deck, but I was guided to use these today. So here we are. So let's find out what's going on for you guys, group number 2, as I pick a card here. Okay, so we have What's the best piece of marital advice ever given to you? All right, so we are starting off with this now. Oh, thank you, universe. Mwah! I love it when the cards do this and the universe does this and everything is synchro-fucking-istic. You picked the rhodochrosite egg and you got something about marital advice. So right off the bat, I sense that you guys are going to have a love reading. So your love reading, there's potentiality. I feel like you want to grow, you want to expand your relationship with someone. Either that or you are on the quest for true love. Either that or you are trying to you know, add more love into your situation. You might want to adopt a pet, you might want to adopt a child, you might want to conceive a child, whatever the fuck it is. You know, might be moving in with someone. It might be you know, sharing a car with someone, making a financial investment, maybe buying a yacht with someone who's in a romantical sense with you. But either which way, wherever you're at on your journey, whether you are looking for love or if you're in a relationship, or if you know there's it's something to do with love with you, and there's really the potential here because it's the egg-shaped sphere. Well, I don't know if an egg is a sphere, but you know what the fuck I mean. So with this, there's really the potential for something like a beautiful and bountiful to blossom for you. So let's just go ahead now. If you're looking at multiple readings on this one, right, if you're looking at multiple groups, I don't do cards in like a set way. I just kind of intuitively flow with it. So if all the readings look different and I'm using different decks, that's the reason. So here we got the sun. Now the sun flipped out. I picked it up before I could see if it came out in reverse or not. I don't remember, but I'm not really being called to be telling you that it came out in reverse. So we're just gonna read it upright. Okay, again, this is intuitive, but just in case it did come out in reverse, I am going to mention, oh, holy fucking shit. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Mwah! Look at this, you guys. I just totally noticed when I was like going on my big spiel over here. Y'all done got a fucking bird. And you got a fucking egg. Holy Jesus. Some of you might be involved in a pregnancy right now, expecting the arrival of a child. I don't know. There might be some adoption in the works, or it might be, you know, you just adopted a new pet, or you're going to, but holy Jesus, something about to give birth, okay? Something is ripening for you. I do just want to say, with this thing that is ripening for you, wow, okay, so with the sun card now, we have I do just want to touch on it in case it did come out in reverse. Now, we have a positive aspect of this. Do we have a negative aspect of this, right? Like, because the sun is positive and it's bountiful and it's all encompassing, and it's like look at me, right? It's like positivity and joy and jubilance, right? But on the other hand, like, it can also be like someone getting burned, okay? So I feel like if it is more along the lines of someone getting burned, I feel like that's, and this is not going to be for everyone who's watching this pile, obviously, but I do just want to call it out because, you know, I'm just going by what's flowing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going by what's flowing. So what's happening here is that I feel like the only thing that's standing in your way, if you are in a situation where you feel burned in a romantical type of way, I feel like that's the only thing that's stopping this blossoming abundance to get to you, okay? But only for those who are feeling like they have been burned in the past and they're still kind of like holding on to that energy. I'm saying y'all need to let that shit go and just, you know, enjoy the abundance that is surrounding you, okay? So now we have the world. That one did come out in reverse, so I just want to get a little bit more. Oh, Six of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Okay, yeah, so with the world reverse, Six of Pentacles and Four of Cups, what I'm seeing here is that and I think, you know, because I spoke on those of you who gotten burned, I feel like, you know, whatever ending that was, or whatever situation that was where you felt like you got burned because you weren't being treated fairly, because this person did not appreciate you, and I'm talking about in a romantical setting, okay, that shit is all coming to an end right now. I feel like that's the only thing that's really stopping this blossoming abundance, is because maybe there was like a certain relationship that ended badly, or it just, you walked away from it, or there was something along those lines where you just were not appreciated, and that's how the situation went. And I really feel like that's like, if there is any type of block, that's what it is, okay? So just for a few of you, it might have also been like something with the self-concept, like maybe you felt like your relationships in the past, you were underappreciated or something like that. But I really sense that this is all really, if there is anything blocking this new love, or blocking this new chapter in your existing relationship, it might be the memory of something that happened in the past where you felt like you were burned. So obviously that's going to mean something different to everyone watching this, but I just wanted to throw that out there. So now we have healer, okay? So I feel like with this card coming out in all of these contexts that I just mentioned, right? You know, we get the healer card. So it's like you're already in the process of healing that. That's why if you feel like you've been trying to manifest like more of like a relationship, or something that you know was going on in your experience, and you weren't I don't know, I guess you weren't receiving the recognition or the attention that you deserved, then I really am sensing that this is gonna come to like a this is gonna come to a halt, right? Like that's the only thing, because you're already healed. Either that, or you're on a healing journey from whatever that thing was that caused you to feel burned. Okay, so let's all right, so two of these guys wanted to come out. So wow, look at this. See the other person's point of view and priorities. So I mean, really, you know, see the other person's point of view, okay? You know, you can look at it this way. Now, this one I'm sensing, if you want to like figure that out, it's more about you, like if you're in a current relationship and you want to push it forward, okay? Priorities, I feel like it's like, what are you prioritizing right now about the relationship? So this is not really moving along from the other. This is not really in the sense of the, if you felt like you were being burned. This is where you're, for those that are in a pretty good place, okay? If it is, if you want to, you know, see the other person's point of view, if you feel like you were in a situation that you were burned, obviously, I mean, you know, you're gonna do what you want to do. You can do that, but I'm sensing like this right here is more for those who are already in like a content place, but they just want to push the energy forward. So it's sort of like what you know, if you, let's say you and this person are thinking of buying a house together, then what's going to happen is that this person might prioritize XYZ about that stabilization of the relationship, right? And you might prioritize ABC about the stabilization of that relationship. So I really feel it's about like you having like an open dialogue about where you each want the relationship to go. That's for those of you that are in a contented place, okay? So let's get one more card for those of you who are, because I feel like there might be two groups here. Those of you who are in the position where you felt like you were burned, and that's the thing that is potentially in the way of this blossoming love. And then we'll get another card for those of you that are already in a contented place and you're just trying to move it forward. Okay, so those of you who want to move it forward, you're in a contented place. We got secrets. So listen, that doesn't have to be anything fucking detrimental, okay? People see secrets and they're like, oh shit, like they assume there's gonna be, you know, crypt keeper jumping out the motherfucking closet and shit. No, I just feel like there needs to be like as I said, an honest conversation about where you want the relationship to go and where they want the relationship to go, because that's what, like, there is love there, you know. That's why you got the egg with the, you know, something is ready to hatch and spring forth, and it's, you know, the rhodochrosite, so there is love there, but it's more about maybe one person in the equation isn't sharing their entire truth about it, right? Like, let's say, you know, it could be any scenario, you know, obviously it's going to be specific to you, but if person A wants to move to this neighborhood and person B wants to move to another neighborhood, right? But person A is just kind of going along with moving to the neighborhood where person B wants to move to, that could be considered like a secret, right? Because they're not being entirely forthcoming with, like, they're not really down with that idea, you know, so it doesn't have to be anything really insane going on in the background, you know, so it's really open, honest conversation. And now this one, what we have here going on is for those of you with the, that if you felt like you've been burned, we have remains. So yeah, this is really, I mean, if you want to like look at the image on this card, it's someone who is like looking into the mirror from a doorway, right? Like they're just looking at kind of like the remnants of shit. So I feel like that might be you if you feel like you've been burned and you're looking for like a new relationship. The same shit is not going to happen again, okay? I'm telling you. I don't know why I felt called to pull this another card, but we have lust, so that could go for either group. I mean, there's definitely real love here, but there's also like high compatibility for like a good sexual attraction, you know what I'm saying? So let's like close off here. I just kind of want to get like a general. Wow, okay, so taking it into the psychology realm, if you had 3 minutes, what one question would you ask Sigmund Freud? I always say Freud, but I've heard it's pronounced Freud, but, you know, I pronounce shit my own way here. So, I'm gonna be really honest, like, this is something, like, you know, because we are talking about love and shit, either which way in the relationship sector, like, that is something that, if you're thinking, what would you ask this dude, okay, what would you ask him, this is, like, really, what would you ask yourself, like, write down 3 questions that you would ask yourself pertaining to love relationships. So, example, if you're in the pile that you feel like you got burned, then ask yourself, like, what expectation did you have of that person, how did you know, they fall short, what do you want in a potential partnership moving forward, right? Like, those are just examples, right? Like, you're asking, okay? And then if you are in the situation where you're in a contented spot and you just want to move the relationship forward to whatever, aside from the honest conversation, you know, having with your partner, and perhaps you might even want to ask them these questions, right? You might want to ask your partner that. But you ask yourself too, like, what questions, like, where do you want the relationship to go? Like, how do you envision, like, your day-to-day life in this relationship moving forward? Let's say you do want to buy a house with this person. Like, how do you picture that day-to-day to go? Like, how do you think you'll feel moving to the next chapter, right? You know, just examples, things like that. So I think I'm going to leave this here. But, I mean, the main thing that's coming up for you is this, like, this outpouring of fucking love and relationships. So that's what I got for you guys, group number 2. I'm Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit chat again soon. What is up, group number 3? Those of you that chose this lovely stone right here, this is a celestite, and that pretty much means angelical. It means like angelic beings and like 5D energy and a lot of third eye energy as well. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you guys, group number 3. Wow, who do you know that needs to get out of therapy? So I've been using this deck here, this little puzzle piece deck. It's not a tarot card deck, but I felt called to use it in this reading. So right off the bat, we have, you know, who do you know that needs to get out of therapy with the celestite? So I feel like this is like some sort of message that's coming for you that like, if you're someone who resonates with, you know, that, you know, your higher self, spirit guides, angelic beings, things like that, ethereal beings, what I'm seeing here is that I think this is like a message for you. Like maybe you're sensing that there are things like issues going on. Not necessarily that anything's wrong, but I feel like you might like, I feel like you're being a little bit hard on yourself. Okay, that's like the energy that I'm getting, and it's like, who do you know that needs to get out of therapy? I mean, I feel like that's more of like a message for you. Like why are you looking at like the glass half empty when you could be looking at it as the glass half full? That's what I'm sensing right away. So let's just explore this further. Okay, we have Princess of Wands, and then we have Queen of Cups, and then we have Seven of Cups. Okay, so this is a lot of like you know, this is a lot of feminine energy. This is subconscious mind shit. I feel like what's going on with you right now, the thing that is, you know, on the forefront, what the cards want you to know is that basically I feel like you're being a little hard on yourself, like emotionally. I don't. Now, with this group, I'm not picking up that there's anything wrong. I do want to reiterate that. I'm not sensing that there are any major issues going on. I feel like you're in a pretty good place. And it's, you know, it's more like you're picky and choosing like where you want to go. I feel like you do get lost in your subconscious mind a lot. You might have a lot of Pisces or Aquarius in your natal chart. Okay, I don't know, you know, sometimes I call that out. I'm sensing that. Okay, Pisces, Aquarius energy, Neptune. Okay, there's some shit going on right there. You might have a prominent moon. You might have moon in Cancer. Okay, you might be a Cancer sun. I don't know. I'm just picking up that type of energy. Okay, but I really feel like you're being a little hard on yourself, and it's time to like open up and relax and receive, because you have the potential to like turn your dreams into reality, like right the fuck now. So I mean, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's time for you, you know, who do you need to know that needs to get out of therapy? I feel like that's sort of like, stop living in your head and just you know, just do it. Like I feel like you're fantasizing a lot about things when it's like you might need to just take some action and just enjoy where the fuck you are in the moment. Okay, so we have the World. All right, so everything, I really feel like this is like a time when you're going to be able to relax and enjoy the fruits of everything that you've been maybe trying to manifest. Okay, I feel like the world is your oyster, and the only thing, it's like I think you're at a place where you know what you want and you know where you're going, but you might be a little bit like hard on yourself. Like I said, I don't know why that message keeps coming through, but it's like you're already divinely perfect as you are right now. So I don't see the reason for this unnecessary load that you're putting on yourself. Even though I don't feel like you're putting a load on yourself, I just feel it's more about you just relaxing and receiving what the fuck is meant to be yours. Okay, and then look at this. So we got this card, Saboteur. Look at that. Boom. Thank you, universe. Okay, this is what you're doing. You're sabotaging yourself, because I feel like you're just like overthinking things or overanalyzing, but like in an emotional way. Like, and I don't mean that you're like, there's a difference between like overanalyzing from like a sense of like the logical mind, right? Like, I should have said this, or I should have said that, or what if I do this, or what if I do that? It's more like you are in your head daydreaming about where you want to go, and that's what's sabotaging you, because you really just need to step out and just do it already. Like, everything is lined up, right? It's like all the bowling pins are like set up, and it's like you're on the trajectory that you are going to get a strike, but you're not rolling the ball. Okay, like, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what came to mind, and that's how we roll over motherfucking here. Okay, so I think you're sabotaging yourself, so you need to stop that. Okay, so holy shit, thank you, universe. I love it when the cards do this. Thank you, universe. Go now. Boom. And here's a dude, and he's holding a magic wand, and I mean, Serapis Bay. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that, but there you go. So go now. Look, and then she's holding a wand too, right? So you have all the magical power at your fingertips now. Holy shit. Like, you just need to really just relax and trust, okay? And we have spiritual law of attraction, and we have flow of prosperity, and we have detached from drama, and we have positive change, okay? I don't know why I was guided to pull those cards like that from the bottom of the deck, but there you go. So you're really the only one stopping you with this saboteur energy. There ain't nothing stopping you. You're being a little hard on yourself, and I'm gonna leave you with something to mull over, if you want to, obviously. What? Thank you, universe. How many times did I say that in this video? What's the weirdest thing you ever heard of a therapist doing? Look at this. And we got with your first card, therapy. Wow. So maybe you are someone who you are actually in therapy, or maybe you are a therapist. I don't know. Or maybe you're like a therapist to all your friends or some shit, right? Like, I don't know. But that's why I said thank you, universe, because we got that therapist shit going on. So you got some magical energy about you. You're like, I feel like you might be like a very spiritual being. Well, I mean, obviously anyone that's looking at this reading is going to be a spiritual being, right? But I feel like you really have this like wizard, witch, warlock type of energy, sorcerer, sorceress type of energy, magician type of energy, okay? So what's the weirdest thing you have ever heard of a therapist doing? So, I mean, you could even ask yourself that, right? Like, maybe you're the type of motherfucker that motherfuckers come to for advice, but you don't follow your own advice because you're too busy living out your fantasies in your head when it's time for you to be living them out in your fucking physical realm domain. That's kind of the energy I'm getting from you. And you are surrounded and blessed by angelic beings right now, okay? Whatever you believe in, you know, ethereal beings on the other side and shit like that. Like, you're surrounded right now by, like, magical beings, and you are the magic right now. And you just need to really, like, live out your dreams. I feel like with you, it's like everything is already lined up, like I said, with those bowling pins metaphor, and you just, all you have to do is pick up the ball and roll it, and you gonna get strike after strike after strike, like boom boom boom, motherfucker, here I am the magic, okay? That's what you got going on. And if you wanna, you know, if you wanna ask yourself that, or if you want to ask other motherfuckers that, I don't know, but I feel like that's gonna be kind of relevant there. So what's the weirdest thing have you ever heard a therapist doing? It could be you are the therapist, and the weirdest thing you've ever done is give great advice to other motherfuckers and not follow it yourself, because you're living in your head when you can be living out your fantasies in the 3D realm. That's what I got for you guys, group number 3. I am Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit chat again soon.